Hey y'all, welcome to the HaLCN podcast, or the HaLCN Nerd podcast. I'm here with Matt,
What's up?
um, and today we're gonna be talking about some stuff. So first topic is the new game Avengers A-Day, and the developers said on Twitter that they will be changing the suits drastically.
Yeah,
Take your time.
I think this is a taking time to because I even said this, it's taking 11 months. So I'm really happy that they're actually taking the time and realizing kind of right. If they really want this, we have 11 months. Let's do it for them. And I think that makes it a lot better. More people will buy it, and more people will recommend it. So I think that's a perfect idea.
Okay, um, my opinion on that is I personally think that on the game wise, the graphics, if they release it tomorrow, I'm fine with it. The graphics, I'm totally fine with them. I have no problem with them.
Oh yeah, same.
It looks perfect to me. And the developers said they're going to be changing the suits drastically because they said fans do not like the new cap suit, so they're going to be changing it. And I don't like that. The suit looks perfect to me.
Yeah,
And
I love the suit.
yeah, most people are complaining that the suit is it's not like the movies, and it would be so much better if the actors from the movies actually were in it. It's like, it's not the movies. You're such an MCU fanboy when you want just the actors from there to be in
Mm,
this game. Like, you can't have everything just as the same thing. You gotta have something different, and this game is gonna be good because it's different and it stands out.
exactly. I really like the suits, but I think it's a smart idea to change it for the people that don't like it. Plus, you can change the suit the way it looks, and you can upgrade it for free too, which is awesome. And I also think the MCU cast people don't understand. It takes years to make a game. You see the behind the scenes of Spider-Man PS4. It's
Yes.
insane to do that. You have to get them to do motion capture.
They gotta be in like a
One second.
room, like a room with black and white all over it, and then they
Oh,
gotta have their like pajamas with white dots on them,
yeah.
and they gotta film it from
It's
there.
insane. Plus Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans.
He's pretty
That's
old.
all. Not only are they old, they're pretty busy. It's gonna be a lot of money to pay them for that, especially for 3 years to make that. Just do rain up stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
true.
I'm happy they're doing another cast. I want to see what they bring. Maybe we can get a trilogy of games.
Yeah, I saw a post that was saying like the the when in Spider-Man PS4, if you're free roaming and if you go to Avengers Tower, Spider-Man
Yeah,
says, "Oh,
I
I
saw
heard."
that.
Yeah, he says, "I heard they were on the West Coast right now." In the trailer, you see them in San Francisco.
He said I think I know exactly what he said. He was like, "Tower is so cool. Uh, never around to use it that much." I think they're on the West Coast right now. Yeah, that's. I think that's cool.
If I can pull up the post, yeah, here it is. He says, "I think they're somewhere on the West Coast right now." When he's at Avengers
Yeah,
Tower.
I love that. I think that's
Um,
awesome.
as far as the name of the game on the Marvel YouTube channel, it says it's called Avengers A Day because for Avengers Day,
Hmm.
and a lot of people are saying that they've put too much stuff with Avengers are against each other and it's the apocalypse. People are saying they've put too much of that right now, so they're not really happy about the game doing that. But if the game does it right, then they'll get it.
Well, yeah, I'm actually really excited about that. I really can't wait to see like Tony and Bruce, I really can't wait to see them. I want to see this for a good amount of time. Like, them be completely destroyed, like, shattered. The Avengers is separated. And then just one of them realize, like, we gotta, like, do something before the world really, like, destroyed.
Well, yeah.
And I really can't wait to see that.
I think the bad guy of it will probably be Doctor Doom. I heard some theories on that because of like the robots, and and then I heard that some people like they wanted not wanted but like what was I gonna say I forgot. I was just about to say it.
Wanted like another. Are you talking about like villains?
Oh, that's what I remember now. So in the comics, the Inhumans get their powers because
That's what I saw too.
yeah, the crystal in the comics gives the Inhumans their powers. So I'm thinking that maybe it's gonna have a big twist, and that at the end or sometime in the middle, they're gonna think Cap is dead, and then it's gonna show Cap on the moon, but he's not Cap anymore. He's Black Bolt.
Dude, yeah, I really like that. And also another thing I really like, finally, for the first time, finally, they're noticing Hank Pym. They've been ignoring him, and I think every kid is like, doesn't even know who Hank Pym is, and they just know Scott Lang. So I really can't wait. I want to see a classic Ant-Man. I love that. Hank Pym, I'm so excited for that. It would be so dope to see.
Yeah. And then they're going to have DLC, which is all free. They're going to have online where you can create your own Avenger. And they're going to have it's going to be on PC, PS4, Xbox, and Google Stadia, which is like some Google device.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
I'm definitely going to like I really can't wait for this game. I'm definitely gonna pre-order it soon and stuff. Like I don't know. I don't want to sound. I have my opinions on the game. I think. I know the graphics don't. People are like blaming the graphics, but in the trailer you see a couple of like gameplay scenes, like that one scene where Hulk jumps off the truck, shattered in half, so he has to jump across the hole. That scene looks so amazing. It's awesome. Like the gameplay, the little a little bit of scenes of gameplay, and it looks so cool. And it looks awesome. Don't forget, people need to realize it's a cinematic trailer. You're gonna probably see most of that trailer in the game. That's just a plot trailer.
The developers are kind of not being so smart right now because there was a thing that at E3 they had a gameplay closed doors panel where they showed 23 minutes of the developers playing the game, and apparently they didn't release it because the gameplay wasn't like, it was worse than the cinematic trailer, and apparently it was very low graphics and they didn't want to release it, but people said they still like how the game plays.
I understand. I think they realized like after the day, like there's so much criticism. I kind of understand what they're doing, but criticism if they don't even show gameplay.
Well,
excited either way.
Hold on. Well, let me do this. Okay. Do you want to get on to the next topic? Do you want to stay on Avengers?
Oh, we can move on.
Okay. Well, you probably like don't really like The Walking Dead and probably don't really like VR, but personally, I love The Walking Dead, and the game. I mean, like, it's a very interesting story, and there's a new game coming out for VR, and I have the Oculus Rift, and I love it, but the game is going to be coming for Oculus Rift in fall later this year, and the game looks sick, dude. They had some gameplay I found on YouTube, and the game is like, you can grab walkers by the throat, you can stab them in the head with a little knife, or you can have guns, or you can have iconic weapons from the series, and it just looks sick in my opinion. And there's like, how do you say disembowelment? I don't know, but when you can like cut off people's limbs, you can do that to the zombies in it. And the developers said you can basically torture the zombies, so you can like impale them and then like just like cut them over and over again and torture the zombies. I mean, I'm not saying I like torturing, I'm just saying the zombie part is cool, and the weapons from the series, because I really hope we get Negan's bat. If you watch Walking Dead, I hope we get Negan's bat, because it's like a baseball bat with barbed wire, and that would be sick to use in VR. But yeah, that was just like a really quick topic I wanted to talk about. But next topic, big one, Dark Phoenix opinions. Did you see it?
Okay. I only saw a little, like, I only watched a little tiny bit of it.
Do you care about spoilers?
No, not at all. You can go right ahead. I think,
Okay.
didn't Raven die or something?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
So basically, because if you remember in Days of Future Past, they went back and never. So all the X-Men movies from X-Men 1, or is it Last Stand? I don't know. It's one of the X-Men movies all the way to like Logan never happened in the dimension that Dark Phoenix is in. So basically, like she's out of control. The Phoenix is out of control, and then so she goes. The Phoenix goes inside her, and then she freaks out, and then Charles Xavier was like having a mind control thing on her to make her where she forgets all her thoughts, and because she killed her mom, her dad never wanted her, so he gave her to Charles Xavier, so then he blocked out that memory. So when she gets her Phoenix powers, she gets back the memory, so she goes to her dad in New York, and she doesn't see any pictures of her on the wall, and she's like, you didn't want me, and he's like, you took away everything from me that day. And it was like her mom, she killed her mom, so he didn't want her anymore. So then she runs away, and then while she runs out, the X-Men are there, and they're trying to calm her down. And earlier in the movie, her and Mystique are like best friends, so they're like, you got this, and then like she goes up to her and is like, I know you won't hurt me, and like when she walked out of the house where her dad was in, she like blew it up or something. No, police came, so she flipped over the cars when the X-Men were coming in, so like somehow the house like had big like wood planks on them or something. So Mystique walks up there and is like, you won't do this, I know you won't hurt me, you're okay. And then she like freaks out, and then she throws Mystique onto this wood plank, and then she gets impaled, and everyone's just staring at her and is like, oh, what happened? And it's like no one's even caring about Mystique. They're just like, how did she do that? And like Charles Xavier doesn't care. He's just sitting there crying like, like wouldn't you say, oh, gee, or like he does nothing, and like none of the X-Men go after her. She just gets out of there, and then Mystique, like Beast goes up to her, and like she dies in his arms. Why couldn't Charles Xavier? Because early in the movie, right before that, you see he can freeze time. So why couldn't he freeze Mystique from dying, and then get like Storm, and then like freeze her wound so she doesn't die.
Exactly.
It was all for the plot. And then that was only my problem with it. I really loved the movie, no matter what critics say. The performances given by the actors were great. The ending scene was great when they're all in the there's this train where like in Deadpool 2 they have that like bus. They have that bus where they have the power things, so they can't use their power, so they have that in Dark Phoenix, and then they start like spinning the thing in the air. Well, that's later, but anyways, like another problem I had in that scene where Nightcrawler had this guy, right? And the guy said, "My son really loved you," or whatever, because like mutants were bad, and then they turned, and then like the president liked them in this movie, so then the president like made them go to space, which then that's how she got her powers. But basically, they were good to the public, and then all of a sudden they were bad because Magneto was trying to kill Dark Phoenix in front of the public, so that made the whole mutants look bad. And I could just like, why couldn't they just go, no, 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 we're trying to stop this dude from killing a girl, and then they could be all like, oh yeah. But instead they're like, oh, you're ruining all our stuff. You made a bunch of cars go everywhere and crash, and it's like, oh. So basically,
Yeah,
this guy says Nightcrawler was his son's favorite dude, and then when the aliens come in, they're like Skrulls, they can shapeshift. One of them kills the dude, so Nightcrawler like is freaking out, so he goes berserk, dude. He gets his, I mean, it's kind of dumb because it's just a, yeah, I get it. It's like a dude that his son loved you, but he thinks like he's a celebrity to the dude, so he goes berserker mode and has a creepy smile, gets his tail out and like stabs a bunch of people and sticks it through one guy's neck and takes it out. And the dude, like Nightcrawler, he's probably like the Wolverine, like Logan of this movie, very violent, like, and he's like so happy. He probably had the most violent kills. Sorry. Yeah, that's how I feel on Dark Phoenix. Do you have any opinions?
I never really saw the full movie. I feel like every X-Men movie is pretty fun. I just know I'm in for fun.
Yeah.
Like they like make it awesome. Like X-Men Apocalypse. Like I know it's like not the best movie of it. Even like The Last Stand, I'd love the fight scenes no matter what.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the next topic is the one you love. The Batman movie featuring Riddler, Penguin, Firefly, and Catwoman. I'll let you go to that first.
Here's what I think about this. I am extremely excited for this movie. I think this is going to be amazing. I keep hearing Spider-Man 3 had too many villains, and look what happened. That is true. That is very true. Don't forget, that movie kind of, one reason was because they kind of like rushed Venom and stuff. If this movie takes enough time to introduce us to Bruce Wayne, how he plays Batman, slowly, doesn't rush it, doesn't force it, shows Riddler, Penguin, Firefly, and Catwoman. Perfectly fine with that. Don't rush it. I want to see Bruce Wayne maybe for the first hour of the movie, and then the next hour, you take all that time just to focus on the villains, Batman being a detective and finding out about everything. I would love that. I think Matt Reeves is such a good director, and he knows how to deal with lots of characters and villains. So I think he's got this.
How I feel about it is, I heard the director saying a quote that the movie's gonna be more of Batman detecting than Batman in action, and I think that we're gonna be getting like a Christian Bale like Batman, where he's like, I feel like that's just what we're getting here, and I'm happy about that. I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh my God, like, oh, better, it's gonna be a better movie because it has Batman detecting more," and I kind of like that because in The Dark Knight Rises, I noticed, isn't that the one with Joker? That's the one with Joker, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, is the last one with Bane. I think it's called The Dark Knight.
Oh, dude, I'm so confused. My Batman movies. Well, the one with The dude with the one with Joker, and Joker like is played by that dude that died. What's
Heath
his name?
Ledger?
Yeah, him, Heath Ledger. Well, that one. That movie I noticed has. I watched it a couple days ago. That I see what they're trying to do because that movie had very little detecting. It had some, but it was like, oh, Joker's going here next. We gotta stop him. Yeah, suit up. And then it's like they go fight him, and they go like when Joker tries to kill Commissioner, or is it the mayor? I'm not sure, but when he has all the men ready to snipe the dude on front
Oh yeah,
in
yeah,
front
yeah.
of everyone.
When he has no makeup on.
Yeah, when he has no makeup on and he's in the crowd. That scene. It's like, oh, the Joker's going there. We gotta go get him. It's not like, oh, he's gonna have men here, men there, men there. And I think that Matt Reeves' Batman could be good for that. And I'm happy we're getting Riddler because we haven't got him in a while, just a TV
Yeah.
show. Penguin, I'm not sure. We need a good actor for that. He's got to pull off
Yeah,
something
yeah.
great.
Penguin's very important.
I think Gotham did a bad job with him because he was too like he didn't look like Penguin.
Oh, yeah. He looked like.
He
I
just
don't want
didn't
to
look
sound
like him.
I don't want to sound like the person like, oh, but we got to be big and chubby and fat.
He just
What, like,
yeah, that's like
Kinda.
that's kind of it. Yeah, like he was too skinny and
He
scrawny
kind of does.
and had perfect hair. It
Yeah.
didn't look like Penguin.
Yeah.
And then
I really hope they can do
Firefly.
Penguin perfectly.
Firefly, I don't know much about him.
Yeah, same. I'm literally looking at a tab about Firefly right now. Like his suit,
I know his suit, but
yeah, he looks cool, but like
I thought he does what the Wasp
I don't know much
does.
about him, so I'm not gonna say anything.
I think he does what the Wasp does in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Think he does that. His suit can like make him. I'm not sure though. Don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure about Firefly. Catwoman.
I'm just gonna skip that.
Yeah, Catwoman. I'm just not. They like. She better have a relationship with Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah, totally, dude. That's what they gotta do for like everything.
Yeah. I mean, I felt that the Gotham didn't really like they didn't put too much effort into putting their relationship. Maybe early in the show, then it kind of like and then they made her look too much like a good guy. Like in the show, she's such a good guy, and like she always like helps out Bruce Wayne and stuff. When she should be like the girl who's like robbing everyone, or like maybe like killing people, killing rich people just for their stuff. And in the show, she's like, "Oh hey Bruce, I'm gonna go stop this crime boss on the street because they're doing bad things." And it's like, it's not really Catwoman.
Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah, a lot of people mess that up.
The actor of Batman, the new one, what's his name?
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
Is that who it is?
I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah, he to me, he could do a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
I heard that in his show that he did the vampire, whatever that vampire show he did was.
I think.
Yeah, I heard he did a very bad job in that show as the character, so I'm not too sure what he'll do in the.
One thing I liked about it. What I think. I've seen a little bit of his work. First of all, he hates Twilight. He thinks it was very lazy and he didn't like the writing at all.
Oh, he didn't?
He thought it was very confusing. Get up on YouTube. Yeah, you can see videos, like 10-minute videos of him just bashing it, like, oh, it's so confusing. Character. Oh, that character was written so bad. Like, look up his work. It's so amazing, and I think he's gonna do such a good. There's this one scene, it's so good, where it's like, I don't know what the plot of the movie is, but it's like this lady like trying to get with him, and he like throws her off him and like starts yelling at her for like ruining his life or something, and it's like so amazing.
Is his
I
voice
think he could
like
do a
is
great
what
job.
what does his voice sound like? Is it like this? Or is it like slurred out like or is it like just like straight to the point?
He has like a he can do anything with his voice. He does have he is British, so he does have a British accent, but he has
Oh, he's
done.
British?
But if you get like a person to help with his accent, he can do that. There's a movie that I think was like really good for like Bruce Wayne, and he's like a rich businessman, and like he practiced American accent. He has American accent in that movie, but I think it's like a very low budget movie, so his accent isn't that good because they didn't get a person to like a good person to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh well, would you like to add anything else or should we move on?
You can move
Well,
on.
I actually want to add to the Batman topic. Pennyworth. I don't feel like that show will Pennyworth? I don't know. I don't feel like that show will ever succeed.
Oh no, it's definitely gonna fail,
The
but
one with Alfred, and then another Batman show coming out. The Batwoman show is just cringy. It's so cringy in my opinion. It's very like it makes my eyes go, oh, this is so like
so forced. I hate it.
dude, I watched Geeks Plus Gamers video like just an hour ago on it, and it was like a new teaser where he gives a homeless person a watch, and then it starts playing the song "I'm a Woman," and it's so cringy. And then she does like a smiling face with her eyes and stuff, and
Marvel
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next topic now. Are you done talking about it, or do you want to add anything?
We can move.
Okay. The Loki series. How do you feel on that?
Um. I'm fine with it. It's gonna be Loki with 2012. I heard, like when he gets a Tesseract, so
And
it's
then
another timeline.
they had concept art of it, and it was him in the 1970s, like in
Yeah, I saw
1975.
that.
I heard.
Which is Space Stone in it. So
Here, I'll send you the picture if you haven't seen it. And it shows Jaws in the back, on a billboard in New York
yeah,
City.
like it's like a
And it shows the logo for Loki. And he's wearing like a green tuxedo type thing.
I don't know much about it, so yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know anything really about it except that it's about Loki with the Tesseract from 2012 and he
Yeah.
escaped.
Maybe they could introduce. I mean, I can't see that show going anywhere. I mean, sure, I'll
Oh, no,
watch it. I
yeah.
just can't see it. I can't see a
That's
plot to
it.
it. I can't see
Yeah,
a
I think it's gonna
plot
be
to the movie.
very. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not gonna watch it. That's all I know.
I
Watch
mean,
it.
yeah, I might not watch it now that I think about it. It looks very. I don't care for Loki. When he died, I really didn't care. I know there's some fangirls. I know there's some fangirls out there that really love Loki, and they're like, "Oh my god, I love Loki. He's so beautiful." But in my opinion, I just don't.
Find him
I
annoying.
I find him annoying. He's always like, it's always like, oh, I'm your friend. Oh, I'm against you. It's always that, and it's so repetitive, and it's starting to like get very, very, very repetitive. And I don't. A show with Loki that does not have Thor is gonna be a little bit weird, because their relationship is what makes him like
I
him.
will mention it.
So I wonder, cause
Who's gonna be in it? Are we just gonna see Loki like alone in the 70s?
maybe it's gonna start out where he's like, where maybe he's in New York after he stole the Tesseract from Tony Stark in that Avengers Endgame scene. Maybe he transports to like his army or something back in space, or Thanos, and says like, I got your Tesseract back. Just give me more men and we can stop them. They're all like, maybe he'll say like they're all scattered. Then maybe it'll be a world where Loki takes over New York. And then maybe he just like kills everyone. And then
That could
Thanos.
be cool for like one season. That's all I'm asking for. One season, that's it, and then it's done.
Yeah, I don't much care for a second season. It's
One season where
depending on the
no,
actor too. It has to be a good actor. It can't be like some old dude. It has to be. I mean, obviously, it has to be a young dude, but he can't be too young.
talking about for like.
Oh
Loki?
wait, I forgot. Sorry, it's Tom Hiddleston. I forgot. It was the dude who played Loki. I was like, who are they gonna play? No, it's him. It's him. Yeah, the actor who plays Loki is gonna play Loki. Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah. It's connected to the MCU. They have the same stuff.
Yeah. Some more Disney Plus series. There's like, I heard there's gonna be What If, which is like the first
yeah,
episode's gonna be if Sharon Carter took the super soldier serum, so she becomes Captain America. That'll be cool. Then there's gonna be Falcon and Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch and Vision, and they said they're all gonna be taking place after Endgame.
Like, well, here's the thing about the What If thing. It's with this is that it's gonna be like animated, which I understand they don't want to get like. I would rather see like a. Can't do that, but I would rather like much see like a live action. Be really cool, actually.
Well, another thing. Well, next topic. You know who Blade is, right?
I'm kind of excited about that. This topic.
Blade? Do you know who he is? Hello? You know who Blade is?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I know who Blade is.
Yeah? Okay. Well, yeah, so basically, like, he's a vampire, half vampire that hunts vampires. And they made a movie about him a while ago, and Marvel Studios has, I think they made like 3 movies, I think, or maybe 2. I'm not too sure, but basically, they're talking about making a TV show for him for Hulu. And I feel like that's a good thing for Blade, because he's one of those people that's like, it doesn't have to be a Marvel show. It doesn't have to be Marvel related. Like, it's basically its own story. Like, someone could love vampires and they couldn't even know who Blade is, and they could watch Blade and just love vampires. Like, you don't have to know who Blade is to watch Blade. It's like not like Iron Man 3, like, or Iron Man. Like, most people who watch that probably know who Iron Man is nowadays. And Blade is like one of those characters that you don't need to know who he is. Like, the story is it's just like a normal story. It's not really like there's a bad guy, we gotta stop him. It's like there's vampires, we gotta stop them. It's like a vampire story. It doesn't have to be comic related. It's like, it's very its own thing. Like, it doesn't have, like, I'm looking at a Marvel poster right now. Like, no one would really care if it didn't have, say, I don't know, like Hawkeye in it. Like, say they wanted to add a Hawkeye for support or something as a duo. No one would really care because Blade is good on his own. They don't need an extra character. He's fine.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I'm fine with this idea. Just, I think I'm thinking about promotion more. I really hope they promote it as like don't show much, but like I think if they promote it, because he's such an underrated character and not a lot of people know who he is. Like, if you're just an average person about Blade, if the promotion is good, you're either gonna love it or completely hate it. Like, it's a hard thing to like get people to watch it.
I personally think that a TV show would be good for him, because TV show would have more cliffhangers, and Blade is like all about the vampire. So if you end an episode where it says like the girl he likes or something, get bit and then he like gets shocked, and that'd be a good thing for a new episode.
And then you have to wait for the next week, and you're like, oh!
Yeah. And then, so, are you done, or do you want to add anything else?
We can move on.
Okay. Next topic is Lobo. Do you know who that is? He looks like Aquaman, basically.
Yeah.
And he's in Krypton, and he is now confirmed to be getting his own show. A spin-off of the show Krypton, all about Lobo.
Yeah, I've never really, like, got to, like, get to know so much about him, but
Yeah,
if it's...
I'm Googling his powers right now, because I actually want to know his powers. So, he has,
I don't know what I think about that. If I get to know him more, I'll have my opinion. I don't really have anything to say about that.
So his powers are basically strength, stamina, invincible, invulnerability, speed, self-substance, and then regeneration.
Okay, that actually sounds really cool. It's kind of like
he's in that show about like Krypton. He's in it, and I guess he's getting his own show.
That's
on Sci-Fi. And he looks like Aquaman plus Deadpool, but Deadpool without a mask.
Looks like
and then like maybe like and then like Punk. Yeah, like a zombie Deadpool Aquaman.
If you put the black and white filter on it.
Yeah. He's very I think they should have personally yeah, you see those like pictures, I don't know if you're looking at them, but there's like pictures of him. Oh my god, he's super buff in the comics. His muscles are probably like half a foot wide. Like, I think they should have CGI'd him a little bit in the show to be more muscular. His arms are very flat, not too much muscle.
He looks like a normal guy, just in makeup, kind of.
But if they have some things in the show that are good storylines, maybe it could be a good show. Maybe it'll just be another Supergirl. Starts off good, then starts to get boring, and then has some cool characters, and then just is boring.
Yeah, that's what I don't really have anything to say on that. I think that's it's great, but like I don't really know. I'm gonna have to like read more about him to like get my entire like opinion.
Okay. Well, do you watch Doom Patrol? Because this is our next topic.
Alright.
So our next topic is Doom Patrol Season 2.
I watched Titans. Really got into Doom Patrol. I never really watched it.
It's very adult themed and way more adult themed than Titans. Very. It's like, don't watch it with your parents. I had to watch it with my parents, and it was awkward. Very awkward. So awkward they had to skip some scenes because of how awkward it was.
If it's such a good show,
matured.
If it's as good as everybody says, then sure.
It's good though. Titans takes like a third of the season just to get on the plot. Like, there's his family that's trying to kill us. Oh, we stopped them. Oh, they got a new dad. Oh, Raven's dad is coming. Oh, end of show.
Yeah, like.
And then Doom Patrol.
Canceled, it's gonna be canceled, then I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, Doom Patrol, like, the bad guy's Mr. Negative. He's played by the guy who plays K2SO in Rogue One. And the show is very... It's like... The narrator basically, like... He basically makes the show better. And then the characters... So another thing that I was talking about is the Season 2 is possibly canceled. Possibly. There's no confirmation, but Swamp Thing Season 2 is 100% canceled. But there's two Emmys there's two people in the show in Doom Patrol that are pre-nominated for Emmys. It is the girl who plays Crazy Jane, which she has over 73, I think that's how many personalities, and then it's the girl who plays Rita Farr, who can she can turn into a blob, but in the comics she's like Elastigirl. She's like that, but she's more blobby in the show.
Like I under. If I've seen their performance, and I know Titans is very different.
Yeah, Titans. Yeah.
Just seeing a little bit of everybody, I think, yeah, maybe.
Doom Patrol. There's one scene that's it's way more violent than Titans. The robot dude starts freaking out, so a bunch of people are trying to attack him, and he can't feel pain, so he just starts ripping them in half, and it shows their guts spilling out, and then he rips one's arm off, and that scene's very violent. Then there's another scene where it shows the dude. I mean, it's not really that violent, but the dude who has bandages, it shows his face, and he's all purple and all dried up and mushy, because he was burnt in a. It was he got Dark Phoenix's powers basically. He went into space, and then this force, this thing went inside of him, and then he fell and crashed, and somehow he still survived. So they were all wondering what happened to him, and then Doom Patrol's like X-Men, basically. This dude takes a bunch of weird people in that have special abilities, and then he makes them think good about themselves. Like the robot, he loves car racing, before he was a robot. So then he crashes, and then you think he actually died, but then it actually turns out he lived, and then he got back together with his wife and his daughter. And then he thinks that the dude told him that he crashes again, and he thinks he died, and he thinks his wife and daughter died. And then so the dude puts his brain inside the robot's body, and then basically they show that the chief, the dude who is in charge, lied to him, and that the only person that died that night is him and his wife, and his daughter survived. So then later in the show, he finds his daughter, and he gives her a souvenir, and then they just leave. Then he just leaves.
I don't know how I think about that, really.
The show, though, the performances are great. Is that it? Is that all you feel?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. This is our final topic, but it's not really it's a topic, but it's not really our final one, because I'm still going to talk after that. But do you know who Rob Liefeld is?
Rob Liefeld?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, okay, so I know who this guy is.
He had a Twitter battle with DC fans.
What happened on Twitter?
Okay, so basically, he said, where is it? I have a bunch of screenshots of what he said. Oh, crap, dude. I had a bunch of them. Where are they? That's Avengers. Here they are. Here's all of them. Basically, he said he was working for for DC Comics, and said, DC Comics gonna drive off a cliff here real soon. Gotta get my popcorn in. And he also said, I ain't never seen a company in as much disarray, I think he means shut down, as DC Comics. Thank God they have Batman to act as their Tylenol, aspirin, laughing gas. More Batman will fix it. And he's laughing. And then a dude told him, what would you know about good? Have you ever actually done anything that's actually good? Not sales-wise, I mean actually good. I can't think of anything. You're the KFC of comics. Not very good, not something many will admit liking, but strangely still around. And Rob Lee, is that how you say his name? He said, this fool. And then he said, I just worked for DC, lame reach. Again, this is my symptomatic of so many lame takes. Decent competitor? No. I'm a DC fan. I own more DC comics than you could imagine. So unless I accept statues, QO, like, I don't know if that's a typo, like a lemming, I'm competing? So lame. And someone said, you do realize Marvel legit went bankrupt in the 90s, right? And then he said, what does this have to do with the price of lemons? What? I'm sorry.
What?
Wait, what?
Lemons?
I don't know. I don't know how that's about lemons. It's just like in general he just said lemons. And then someone said, it really is. He won't. He likes to bash everything DC because of the fallout he had in 2011, probably by his own doing. And then he said, so I didn't just do covers for them in March 2019, yo. And someone said, yes, but look at the quality. I like his art, but those were. They looked like he rushed them and didn't care. Oh, they are rushed? That's why they sold out. That's what he said. And then, well, here's one. He said, mind your own business to a dude. I didn't see the other tweet. And then the dude said, you started this thread, you little pathetic little S-word. Why don't you back up your words instead of playing cutesy? I haven't read a new DC comic in 10 years, but I don't wish them evil. Why should you? Because they know you have no talent and won't hire you? That's hardly news. And then he said, also my comments are not a thread. They are my comments. And someone said, and why are you so butthurt about DC? It is very unprofessional for a best-selling Deadpool author, right? He said, my butt feels really good. Thanks for the concern, though. And then he posted a picture of a spray can, and it says troll spray. And then he said, seriously, maybe reflect on what you are ascertine? I don't know here. Like soon. And then the dude blocked him. And he said, then the dude said, and still can't draw feet and has a template for facial features. And he said, you can do better than this. These are just lazy insults, like the cut and paste Verity. And then someone said, I think both companies will be around for a while. The difference is it's going to be their delivery system. Movies and television are the way they are reaching the public in mass. This is a digital age. It is rare to see a kid in a comic shop. He said, neither Marvel or DC is going anywhere anytime soon. Then, for his final thing, he said, hanging it up on Twitter, I'll be exclusively at Instagram as his name. Then he says, with the blue check. And yeah, basically the dude who was writing the article just started like saying like, what does Instagram have to do? And it's not, doesn't understand. He just doesn't want to be on Twitter because he knows he'll just be ranting all day. How do you feel about that?
So, I read like your thing about how like your schedule. I was like, oh, Rob Liefeld, because I might be meeting him on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Should I just go up to him with like a shirt that says DC is 1,000 times better than Marvel?
No, bro, that will get him so mad. Bro, right now he's not feeling it with DC. I'd wear a shirt that says DC is falling off and go up to him and say, do you like my shirt? And then he'll be like, oh yeah, I love
it. Yeah, like I think like what really, here's what I think. I mean, I like that he's staying in his opinion, but like he should know already that like looking for trouble. I really hope it's not. I really hope it wasn't that he just wanted a bunch of attention, and it was that it actually was saying his opinion.
I mean, he's like the Stan Lee of Deadpool. He basically created all of Deadpool. And then I don't have the certain tweet that says that he said this, but I know I saw it before. It says that some guy said, oh, we all know that you took all the designs of Deadpool from Deathstroke. And he said, like, oh yeah, it was on Instagram. Someone said you took all the designs from Deathstroke, and then they said, no, sorry, it was him posting saying, people think that I took this design from Deathstroke, and look at all the differences, and he had a 2x2 comparison of Deadpool and Deathstroke on his Instagram, and then they do look similar, but not enough similar to where people are saying they look similar. And comment said, I always thought Deadpool was inspired by Spider-Man, and he said, yeah, that's true. So
Hmm.
I mean, the dude, like, I feel bad for him because, like, there's always at the end of the day gonna be those people, and arguments on Twitter basically don't end. Like, if I had an argument on Twitter once, just once, like probably a couple days ago, and it still happens. Like 40, like another person just responded to me yesterday, so I was like, dude, this has been going on way too long. So I just deleted all of my tweets. I was like, this has been going on way, way, way too long, and this is like, I probably spent almost an hour typing for just tweets. And Twitter battles can get like serious, as then people start bringing up old tweets, and
Oh
I
yeah.
don't have anything bad on my Twitter. All I post is like, oh, dude, look at this new Marvel movie, or like something like that.
Yeah, that's one thing that worries me about, like, if I wanted to get a job or something that
They're gonna bring
that's
up old stuff.
thing that
Funny
sucks. Not
story. I once got in a lawsuit with Hasbro.
serious.
Okay, so I don't know if you're OG, but back in, I think it was January of last year, I posted a picture of this Hulk toy from Amazon, and I posted my logo on it. So someone out of 100 people who liked the post stole it, posted it on Reddit, and then comicbook.com, I kid you not, over 200 sites took the post and they started spamming. I today, not today, but like a few weeks ago, I went to the picture that someone stole that they posted on Reddit, and I clicked search Google for image and went to all images. There's over 200 websites that posted it, Chinese websites, German websites, and the biggest one, comicbook.com, is where it really blew up, and they thought that I was some sort of big hacker, and I knew all their passcodes to get into their software to see all their new stuff. And my dad like went over with them and said, hey, like, he's not some big hacker. He just found the picture on Amazon. So they wanted the original file. So we sent them the original file, and they were like, oh, okay, this all checks out. Like, you didn't leak anything. This is Amazon's fault. So then, when I got off the hook, I started looking at all these websites, and it's like, I saw comicbook.com, and I was so mad, dude. I mean, I know you shouldn't get credit, because then big, like, that will happen, Hasbro. So it was like, nothing really happened, but Hasbro, like, comicbook.com basically said, oh, the original source is from Reddit, and they posted it, and it's like, I kind of wanted credit to boost up my followers, but I kind of didn't because of that. That would make a bigger chance that would happen. Uh, but yeah, the person on Reddit I found about a few months ago, and I went to their post, and it actually got deleted. So I commented on one of their posts saying, hey, do you remember that post that you got in trouble like a year ago when you posted that thing about the Hulk toy? And I said, like, that was me. Like, you got me in a almost sued by Hasbro because of your stupidness, and you stealing my content and posting it on Reddit where bigger people will see it. This is like not supposed to be big. It was just like an Amazon toy, and you making me like bad. And then he responded like, sorry man, I didn't know that it was like that. So I was like, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
Hasbro. And then like a year later, or maybe like 8 months later, I saw it in the store, and I wanted to tell my mom. It's like, Mom, do you remember this toy? And she was like, oh my god.
Hmm.
You can actually find it in stores. It's like a Hulk bursting out of Hulkbuster toy. I don't know if they still sell it. Another thing I wanted to bring up is kids won't stop coming up to Keanu Reeves and calling him Fortnite guy.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah. It's true. I'm like, I mean, it's not really his fault. Fortnite did steal that one John Wick skin a while ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, now they have a real John Wick skin, so I guess they could have seen it either way. And another thing, okay, so here's what it says. Okay, Lexi Rabe, the adorable girl who plays Morgan, has been bullied online and at school. Who's ready to assemble? And then it shows Spider-Man saying activate insta-kill. That's like,
Oh yeah, I saw that
whoa,
one.
yeah. Um, yeah, quick little recap. We went over the Avengers A-Day game and developers changing the suits. We went over Walking Dead Onslaught VR. We went over Dark Phoenix in our opinions. We went over the Batman movie featuring Riddler, Penguin, Firefly, and Catwoman. And then we went over the Loki series coming to Disney Plus. Then we went over the Blade TV show rumored for Hulu. And we went over the Lobo show confirmed for a spin-off of Krypton getting his own show. Then we went over Doom Patrol season 2 possibly getting canceled and the Emmy pre-nomination. And then how do you say his name? Rob Liefeld? Rob Liefeld?
Rob Liefeld, yeah.
Rob Liefeld, his
Mm-hmm.
Twitter battle. And again, thank you to Matt for coming on here for the podcast. And thank you for your opinions. And I hope you can come on again sometime soon for another episode of I forgot my own name, of the Halcyon Nerd. I may have not put the nerd part in the beginning. I was kind of going fast, but the Halcyon Nerd. And that concludes the first episode of the Halcyon Nerd. I hope to see you all next time. Thank you, Matt.